When I gave up illustration, which was the sort of need to sort of beat an image into submission so that it becomes exactly what I expect and want it to be based off of a pre-existing image, you open the door to all sorts of wonderful possibilities, and that is discovery and discovering things that you would never been able to actually think of. My name is Michael Walter Reed, and that is true. I was born Michael Walter Reed. I live in Tucson, Arizona. Speaking of my name, Michael Chittock actually is my name that I go by now. And you know, I have to say that probably one of the first real gallery experiences I had operating and working with somebody who was a professional was a Liz Hernandez gallery. I was very fortunate to be represented by Liz for a number of years. She really understands and appreciates the unique quality that artists oftentimes bring to the table that in fact confuse and or irritate oftentimes the average person. Art is influenced by a lot of different references, and it's essentially because I think about my artwork reflecting the human condition. And all of us walk through the world day in and day out with tons of information coming to us. We process certain kinds of information. We don't even notice other things, but it's a montage of oftentimes confusing information. It's because it's about how we process information as people. And so when the viewer looking at my artwork, I want you to spend time discovering. And I'm not telling you a linear story. I myself don't even know the story that I'm telling exactly. It's the whole process of producing a painting is not something that you consciously think about. It's a kind of an evolution along with the creative process itself. But I believe that, for me anyway, is that the process allows me not to worry about the application of paint and materials. When you can free yourself, you're not worried about the kinds of colors or how to mix paint or how to apply it. That's just part of the process. What it does, it frees up the creative mind to experience the journey of producing a painting. So there is a point when I have put all the marks I possibly could on the canvas and I have nothing left to say, and the canvas has everything to say. And that's the dialogue and the evolution. The truth is that when I get in front of a canvas, it's almost like going back to it as a kid, walking these little forest paths. Sometimes I'm kind of mildly disappointed with what it ends up being. I don't have a lot of control over it in a strange way. And other times I'm magically surprised. So my painting slowly but surely began to reflect that idea that I wanted to create things that had never been created before, unique things. You can't take a photograph of these paintings. These paintings can't exist anywhere else but through the act of Michael or other creative artists. You're creating visions that can only be seen by an artist. The act of creation is something that is just fantastic, and I'm lucky, very, very fortunate to be able to do this as an individual. And it's fed me as a human being. It created my identity. It gave me an identity and gave me something to work towards and a purpose. But I will leave something behind, and it'll tickle me to know that maybe for years later, people will still be enjoying things that I produced throughout my life.